Okay, Samurai and Shigenja, we are back for another Clan War battle report. Let's party like it's 2000. We are going to play an actual scenario designed by the company called Retribution, which is a battle between Naga and the Unicorn. And I guess storyline-wise, the Naga are mad at Hitomi. She's probably in her evil phase, and they want to bust through the Unicorn lines and I don't know, go teach her a lesson. But the Unicorn are not having it. So the objectives are going to be that the Naga are trying to escape off of the opposite table edge, as many units as possible for 5 VPs apiece, and the Unicorn army, to get a major or decisive victory, want to kill, in this case we made our own list, so they want to get half of the possible victory points, which is going to be 18, because I have an army that's worth 32. And it's going to be 8 turns, and I used the deployment map that was provided. But we did make our own list. So first I'm going to introduce my friend the Console, who has a beautiful Unicorn army, which is rarely seen even back in the day, and even more so now. And the Console, thanks for being here. He's going to walk us through his army on the table, and he has 1 unit in reserve.
All right. Well, thank you for having me, Brian.
You are welcome.
And the first unit is Shinjo Horse Archers. And they're likely going to get into Horse Archers Row. Not Archers Row. What is it?
Column?
Horse, yeah. Column, as soon as they can. Then Battle Maidens. These are just basic Battle Maidens.
Which is scary enough.
Yeah, with their TN8.
And those are like a lot of points per model too, right?
They're 36 points a model.
Might be
but 2 wounds each.
Yeah.
Then we have Shinjo Yasumura with the House Guard. So they are also 2 wounds each. And I believe they're TNS 7. So
gorgeous.
Little less armor on them.
Okay.
Followed by Horichi Shoan. Now that's a version, I guess.
I like it. It's very acrobatic, standing on the horse.
Yeah, she's very natural.
I like that.
So she can. I don't know if you noticed, but that horse might seem familiar.
I do.
Probably a horse you have on
right.
your side.
Yeah, we'll look at that later.
Yeah. So then, next to them is Shinjo Subaru, or Subaru.
Okay.
And he has a unit of Lancers, heavy Lancers. And I'm using the Samurai cavalry for them.
Those are from the cavalry expansion guys.
From the basic cavalry
nice.
expansion. As far as I know, they never made the heavy Lancers.
Right.
And then I've got Ayuchi Dayu with his Moto Chargers.
Nice.
The Moto Chargers are actually Shinjo's Thunder that I painted up in pseudo Moto Charger colors. I like the white to represent death.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And they're constantly always trying to look for their lost moto. So I will be asking that question a lot.
Oh, have we seen any lost moto?
That's our job. That's their job. Is to find lost
Kyle, my friend Kyle, has all the lost moto, I believe, in the entire world.
Yeah.
And these models. They didn't actually release any lost Moto Charger models, so that's why you're using these guys.
As far as I know, they did not.
They did not. Okay. Yeah. And then let's come
And
around over here.
This is the only non-Clan War set of models that I have, and these are representing Ayuchi Scouts.
Ayuchi Scouts.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the horses have like a lot of looks like leather tack on them. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, they're supposed to have light armor, so they're ATN 6.
Okay.
With katanas, and they have a scout, so they have a move. They get to make a move ahead of time.
I like them.
Yeah. So
as time goes on, there's fewer and fewer of the original figures around to even find and buy. So luckily there's a lot of new proxies available, right? Right. So those are cool. All right, I'm going to go over to the Naga now. Oh wait, we forgot somebody. And in reserve...
Oh, yes, in reserve. Way over here.
In reserve.
We have Shinjo Sanatama with his doggies.
His dogs. And
his
then
dogs.
The rules... and there's our good buddy Hidaushi in the background.
Yes.
The thing is in this scenario that the Unicorn can keep 1 unit off in reserve to bring onto the table at any turn after the first. And they can come on from the Unicorn's deployment zone side and with any initiative score that the Unicorn player decides. So they're going to be probably pretty useful to try to put a hurting on anybody who's about to get off the table. So that'll be a challenge. All right, so going over to the Naga, and I'll just briefly say, by the way, the scenario provides for an extra 20% points for the unicorn. So Bill's force is approximately 2,400.
Yes.
And mine is approximately 2,000. So first of all, we've got Radicast, who's a big monster, and he can basically go forward and kill stuff. Not particularly fast. We have a Naga Shugenja. He's got a Pearl of Fire and a Pearl of Movement. We've got 6 Naga Archers, and lined up right next to them, because it looks like I'm trying to push through the center, doesn't it? I've got 6 Naga Spearmen. Then over a bit further, let me just get around here. We've got the Naga Bushi, led by Qamar, and he has the Ancient Spear of the Naga, so it's a fairly heavy-hitting unit. Then we've got another unit of 6 Naga Archers, and you can see I deployed them in the woods because Naga get to ignore woods, which is a big advantage in this game, where things aren't so fast and terrain will really slow you down. And then finally, my newly painted unit of the Akasha's Typhoon, which is the Naga Cavalry. They're all female warriors in human form, and they're led by Mara, who has a boyfriend named Mirumoto Hitomi. So she's like, that's one of the romantic subplots of the game, of the storyline, is that romance between them. And there's that horse that we saw on Bill's side. That's Mara's special horse there that Bill managed to repurpose.
Does that horse have a white mane?
I painted a white mane on it. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, kind of a grayish or whitish. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the deployment of the armies. We're going to go ahead and do the first special orders phase, which is usually fairly uneventful, and movement, and we'll come back. Okay, so special orders and special actions, we did get cavalry given to Radicast from the Shugenja's Movement Pearl, and I drew a card from Qamar, and then on Bill's unit, he gave a -4 shooting from, what was the character's name again?
Ichidayu.
Ichidayu.
It counts towards the unit.
Okay, and so that, and that's the Chargers, right? The Moto Chargers. They're a -4 to hit. They're probably not going to get shot at this turn anyway. So, and in primary movement, essentially, everybody moved forward. You can see that the horse archers formed horse archer column, and they're kind of strung out in a long line, and then everybody else advanced. The guys on the end, the scouts, had made a scout move, so you can see that they're a little bit further out. And we'll go ahead and see if we have any ranged attacks and come back. Okay, so the horse archers opened fire over here on the Naga cavalry, and they had a really good roll. They needed 8s, so they got 2 10s and an 8. They got another one, so that's 4 hits. So now you can roll for damage.
And they get a +2 for range damage.
+2 range damage. So it's going to be +8 to the roll.
+8 to the roll. And we have
there's an add roll there. Yep.
Okay, so let me, I always like to get another dice, so
drop another one. Okay.
All right.
So adding 8 to the roll, it'll give us a 10, 20, 28, 29.
Yep.
Right? And
Missed it by that much.
yeah, so I think there's no way I'm going to have enough defense to do anything about that. So I don't. I think I have defense nothing. Okay. Defense 1, so it goes to 28.
28. Okay.
So that's going to be 2. And 2 out of 10 will not be a check, but it's not pleasant either. So we lose 2 of our mounted ladies to shooting. All right, on my end of the table, I've got 2 units of archers. This one is probably the easier one to do. These guys here. And in this game, you always have to fire at the closest target unless you're doing something funny.
Right.
So I'm guessing those guys are within 30. You want to drop a quick measure for me? I'm pretty sure they are.
Oh, they are.
Okay.
Yeah, 30 is back here.
Okay. So I got 6 shots. I'm going to over half, and I moved. So it's not going to be easy. Probably going to be...
Yeah.
So I'm at a -4. And what's your ATN on those guys?
Yeah, give me a second here. I've got my ATN of... Oh, hold it. You're a -1 to hit. So remember that. Just -1.
Yeah.
And they are an ATN of 7.
Okay, so I'm going to need 10s. Because it's up to like 12 or something because of that. So that unit's just an innate -1 to hit?
It's because of Shinjo Saburo.
Oh, okay.
You also have to shoot at him. So if he misses,
okay.
I could have actually put him back here, and this would negate the closest.
Really?
You'd have to shoot that unit.
Well, the good news is I didn't roll any 10s.
All right.
And then, well, I guess we're going to have to look that up then. So I always have to shoot at his unit?
There are some conditions to that.
Okay, so do you want to read it real quick so we understand it?
Okay, so in this case, it would be ranged attack targeting this personality's unit, targeting the unit, suffers a -1 attack.
Right.
Oh, you know what? That's because of the Yari of Air. I'm sorry. So his ability is, if Subaru's unit is in the same range band, close, close, extended, etc.,
yeah,
within line of sight and fire arc, and is not engaged with the enemy unit, declares a ranged attack against a friendly unit within 12 inches. The enemy unit must instead target Subaru's unit.
Oh,
so there are conditions.
Okay. So I think these guys.
You always do it, but you have to be within the same range band, and he has to be the unit being targeted has to be within 12 inches of him.
Okay.
Or this unit, I should say.
I don't know that these guys have line of sight to the horse archers.
Yeah, they have the otherwise.
So I guess it would be that unit there.
Yes.
And it's 30 inches again.
Okay.
But are those guys also 7s?
They are going to be 7s. Yes.
Those are 7s as well.
You're in.
Yep.
Long, I call it long.
I'm going to need 10s again because I'm -4, which brings it to an 11 with a +1 to hit, which still it doesn't give me any more. So I still need 10s. All right, I got 1 10.
All right.
Let's see if I can get another 10. I cannot. So with 1 hit, I'm only adding +1 to the damage here, so I have to get real lucky to do anything. I got a 9. Do they have defense?
A defense of 1.
So it brings it to 7. So then the question is, do I want to do anything about that?
Help me with that. They have a defense of 1. Why does it go from a 9 to a 7?
Oh, sorry, 9 to 8.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, I think I'm just going to leave it that way. So my arrows just kind of plink off and don't really damage anybody. And he already cast a spell for the turn. Your Shugenja, I'm going to guess she's probably out of range for any of her spells, but
I believe she is.
she is. So I think that's it for shooting.
I know she is.
All right, so we'll do reserve movement and come back. Okay, so we finished reserve moves, and pretty much everybody just kind of shuffled forward that didn't shoot. And we are approaching each other pretty quickly because there's so many cavalry units, and they have moved 5 inches each. So anything you wanted to add, Consul?
Yeah, I feel like you can charge me next turn.
Oh, well, I don't know, maybe.
It's going to be fine. You're going to be coming
We'll
out of
see.
the woods.
Now, you said something like...
Radagast is coming out of the woods.
Your guys that don't have name characters, you said you took Chewy.
Unicorn Chewy.
And they have charge.
They have charge and fearless.
So you've got a lot of charge on your side, too.
I do.
Well, lucky for you, I don't have anything that causes fear, including this guy, for some reason, does not cause fear.
Yeah.
Maybe that crane is afraid, but that's
well,
about it.
I tried to build an army as if I was playing other units as well as Naga, other forces, enemy forces as well as Naga.
Okay, so you're prepared for fear effects. Very cool. We'll do our end phase and start turn 2. Okay, we're in the middle of the cavalry movement phase, and a lot has happened here in turn 2. So we've had some folks move up. We did have the use of a charge card by Qamar, which gave a 12-inch charge. They got to hit the Shinjo House Guard, which is exciting. In the cavalry phase, we've just had the heavy lancers charge into Radagast, and we're going to get some reactionary fire against that movement. So after that, we'll finish the rest of the cavalry movement because Bill's whole army is cavalry, so they're all moving all the time. So first we're going to have these 6 guys shoot, and they are -2 from reactionary fire and from Subarus being fast and hard to hit. But they're a +1 to hit from there.
He has the Yari of Air.
The Yari of Air, pardon that. So I'm a +1 to hit, so I'm overall -1 to their ATN of?
ATN of 7.
7, so I'm going to need 8s. So here's 6 dice needing 8s. Okay, I got 2 hits. So it's going to be +2 damage to the roll. And that is a grand total of 6. So nothing. All right, now this guy, Shugenja, has the Pearl of Fire, and you can use more than one pearl in a turn, which is their advantage to Naga magic versus regular magic. Now, the question is, do I want to destroy the pearl and roll 10 damage dice against the enemy unit? Or do I want to take a ranged attack? I'm going to go ahead and destroy the Pearl of Fire and make this very exciting. I'm going to roll 10 damage dice. 3, 6, 10.
Conveniently. Oh, I was going to say you had 10 already counted out.
So the Pearl of Fire is destroyed. No more fire spells from him.
Strike that.
But we're going straight to damage here. This could be fun.
You're going to kill 2.
We got an add roll.
You can kill 3, actually.
All right. And we're going to go 10, 20, 30,
okay, now
48.
50.
48 and 9 is going to be 57.
Yeah.
Plus 7, 64.
64, that's a heck of a lot more.
That is a big hit on them.
All right. So
What is their defense?
they are going to be a defense of 3.
Okay. So
Not good enough.
that's not going to be good enough. 64 to 61.
61, I can add.
You could play a focus card to try to drop it.
Which way does it go first? Do you play your cards or do I play mine? There's a sequence to this.
All right, let me hit pause and we'll figure that out.
Right.
Okay, little problem here. I messed up reading what the rule was on the destroying the fire pearl. It's for in close combat only, and it also kills the caster, which is fun. So they fired and missed. He can shoot, though, with his pearl of fire, and he gets 5 attack dice. You don't have any tainted models there, do you?
No, I don't.
All right. And I'm a +1/+1. And I didn't move, and you're within close range. But you're a -2 to hit because it's reactionary fire and because of your normal thing.
Yuri of Air.
So it's going to be 8s again,
Yeah.
just like they were.
Okay.
So here we go. The first group didn't do any damage. Wow.
You have a 10 in there,
I
right?
got 1 10, and everybody else missed. So far, Naga shooting has been highly ineffective. This is a +1 to the damage roll, and we got a 6. So, again, no damage. All right. So, boom. They're in at full strength right there. And we'll let the console finish his movement and come back. Okay, I misspoke, and we're going to come back for range attacks. They've already fired. Bill is pointing out that he has a -1.
Initiative.
In initiative, and then what's weird about this is I do have fast strike for ranged attacks with Naga, which comes up almost never in the game.
But it does now.
But it does now.
So you are.
I don't know that it'll make a big difference, but yeah, they'll go first.
Yeah.
So they have to shoot at the horse archers.
Yes, they have to.
Okay.
I came right into the fast strike zone of destruction.
There's 6 dice there. You are over half, and I moved.
Okay.
So are you starting at 6s?
Oh, yeah. They're going to be, I believe, 6s. Let me double check. They are 6s, yes.
All right, so I do have a +1 to hit, meaning I need 9s.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. No hits. Okay, so that's it for my shooting.
Okay.
Everybody else I have has already fired in reaction fire.
All right.
So it's going to be your shooting.
Oh, and she's not shooting.
Oh,
Because
she's not.
Lighting steel.
Oh yeah, because you can only cast 1 spell per turn.
Just one.
Okay, so then you've got the horse archers.
bowmen.
The horse bowmen, right.
Horse bowman. Here we go.
All right, so this is going to be a little weird because some of your guys don't have line of sight. They don't have line of sight to the same target. So you're going to split fire.
Split fire.
All right, so you're going to have 6 guys here. They're going to fire at my bowman, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. They moved.
Right.
They're over half, and I'm in cover.
Yes.
So I believe that's a -5.
That's a lot.
I think cover is a -1. The Bushi are 6, so you're up at 11, which means you probably need 10s, right?
Yeah, they're going to need 10s because I'm a +1.
Yeah. Yep, that's right. So 10s.
I got to look this up because I'm surprised they have so bad at this. Okay. So they need 10s. Here
Yep.
we go. Any 10s? No 10s.
No 10s.
Here we go.
Okay.
All right, so-
And then on the other side, we got another 6 shooting at these guys. Now, I think we're not over half because your half is 12.
Right. So you're going to be there within
Yeah.
12.
So you did move, and they do have cover. So it's going to be a -3. So that's 9s goes down to 8s because you're +1.
Yeah. So they need 8s. Here we
This
go.
could be bad. Oh, I'm sorry.
Is it
Never
nine?
mind.
No, it's 8.
I meant to do something, actually. You mind? Let's
Yeah,
talk
go
about
ahead.
it for a
Go
second.
ahead. It's 2.
Okay, so I didn't look at the dice, but I did want to play turtle shell, so we agreed. I flipped turtle shell over. It's a -2. So now you're looking for, it was 10s.
Depends. So I got a 10.
So he has 1 10.
Got a 10.
So you get an ad roll.
Nope.
All right, so 1 hit,
Lucky for you.
1
I
dice
got
of
turtle.
damage. Aha! Lucky? No, planning. Planning.
+2 to this roll.
It was planning ahead, is what it
Plus
was.
2 to this roll. I'm going to roll a handful
I'm
of
going
dice.
to call it skill.
I'm rolling a handful of dice.
Why are
but
you
I'm only
doing
gonna
this?
Drop one. It feels good. I'm only going to drop 1.
You're going to confuse the viewers.
Oh, I got a whole 3.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Nope.
Okay.
Yep.
So no damage to Mars cavalry that time. So fairly
That time?
ineffective shooting. Well, you killed 2 the first time.
Yeah,
Shot
that's
them.
right.
So fairly ineffective shooting all around. All right, so close combat. I think we're going to start over here because you've got a 0.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
correct. That's the lowest.
Okay.
This is a +3. This is a
Right.
5. So.
All right, so this will be fun. This is the first time I've used Radicast. We'll see if he gets killed immediately or what. But it looks like you've got 3 regular guys in close combat, and you've
Right.
got your leader. They've got spears,
So they're fast.
so they're going to be fast strike. Does he have a spear as well, or does he just get his own
He
way?
has the Yari of Air.
Well, I'm guessing that gives him fast strike because it's a Yari.
And, well, it doesn't actually say that. It just says Elemento, Numenor, Inari. Oh, yes, he does. Fast strike during close combat.
Okay, so all your attacks are going to come in before me.
Okay.
So 3 regular attacks from the regular guys, and then whatever he's got.
No, he's got 2 strikes. And I don't think he doesn't get anything extra like that.
Okay. I am a defensive 8.
Okay. He's not elemental.
Or sorry, an ATN of 8. I'm not
Yeah.
elemental.
No. Radagast is. Could be, but no. Okay, so you're an ATN of 8.
Yeah. And you charge, so you're a +1/+1.
Right, so he's. Super is a +2/+2, then he adds 1 to each of those.
Yeah.
So he's now a +3/+3. And. Okay, so that's going to be it with him. The other guys are +1/+1, so they're going to be +2/+2.
Okay.
All right, so we'll do the regular guys first. See what happens there. All right.
They missed. Hold on, don't move the dice.
5, 6, 7.
When you charge as cavalry, you also get an additional +1/+1.
You're right.
I'm not infantry, so you
they're
don't get
+3,
that.
+3.
Yeah, but so the 5 will hit.
Yes.
Okay.
So the 5 hits. I'll
That
put that
hits,
aside.
yeah.
No. I'm going to roll that. I'm just going to roll that. So the damage roll for that is going to be a +2,
Okay.
6, 7, 8.
Okay, so 8 damage so far.
8 damage so far. So this is actually a +4/+4.
So he needs force.
Yeah.
Force to hit.
Okay, got a 10. So we're going to
Oh,
roll.
all right. That's not what I wanted to see.
Sorry, I'm rolling it all over here.
Yeah.
We need to get that closer.
So 3 hits for him.
Yeah. And
what's
damage
his-
roll is going to be a +3. +3.
So 9, adding 9 to the roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you've got.
Looks like 18.
We're going to have 9. Oh, yeah. This is 18.
Yeah, plus 9.
Yeah.
27.
27.
Plus 8.
Yeah. So that's
35.
35. Yeah.
35. Okay,
Yeah, that's
Radicast is a defense of 2,
Okay.
so 33. Do you want to play any damage focus?
Oh,
I don't think it would make much sense, but you could,
I could.
just in case. So this is an interesting thing.
Now,
It adds
how
to the
many
game.
wounds does he
You have to guess.
I don't remember.
He has a number of wounds.
He does.
He does 6 wounds.
He has 6 wounds.
He
So
does.
I'm going to do 3 wounds here. What's the number I've got? What was my number again? 30,
Yeah, 35.
35.
Yeah.
So I could force you. I could force you to do something. This might not be a good play. We don't know. I'm going to make that 40. Right? You already know I have that card, so I figured I'd play it.
Yeah.
So 35, I add 5, that's 40. And then you can play your defense.
Oh, well, you know what? Hold on. I have a defense of 2.
Okay, that's right.
So it drops it to
35,
33.
33, forget
That's
it.
why I was
Forget
thinking,
it.
yeah, it's probably not worth
That's what
it.
you said earlier.
Yeah,
I apologize.
No, that's okay.
For that.
So he's going to go ahead and take 3 wounds.
I'm not listening.
That's okay. So he takes the 3 wounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Now he's going to attack back.
Yeah.
He's got 3 strikes, and he had countercharge, so he's a +2 to hit.
Okay.
Now, any attacks that hit you are double damage, guys. And if he rolls any 10s, they inflict 4 wounds.
Ouch.
Ignoring defense and damage wound reduction.
That's on the
That's on the attack roll. So I really want to roll 10s on the attack. But I'm +2 to hit. What's their ATN? 6 or 7? So he needs 5s.
They're heavy armor.
Yeah. He needs 5s. I'm going to have a think. Hold on one second. All right, so quick learning moment here. You can spend Void with personalities. And in this case, I want to spend 1 Void to add +2 modifier to his attack roll for the personality. So he's going to go to a +4 on his dice because I really don't want him to miss. I'd like to roll 10s, but I don't want to miss. And so that means he's going to need 3s to hit, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Don't roll a 1 or 2.
Well, there's a 1. Now I do have a 10, so that's 4 wounds automatically, and I do get an add roll. Okay, and that was a 3, and that was a 6. So the 3 plus the 4, that's a hit. So 2 hits.
Yep.
And these are going to be at +2 damage.
Okay.
So 18.
Okay.
So it's going to be 4 wounds that ignore damage, defense, or any
That's
reductions.
4. That's 4.
And this is 18, so that's going to be 1. Now the question is, do I want to focus that up? 5 are going to die. Do I want to go to 6? Is that going to make a difference in your morale check? No.
Don't I do mine first?
No, the attacker does theirs first.
The attacker's first. That's right.
Yeah.
The attacker's first.
Yeah. So I'm going to just stand on the 18 because I don't think you can drop it down below 10. And you can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
So
okay.
We forgot something. He rolls double damage dice.
Here we go.
He rolls double damage dice, so I got 2 more damage dice coming at you.
See,
there's the add roll.
I walk away just to be pleasant.
So there you go. So 28, 32, 37.
Should I just take the unit off the table?
I'm not going to focus it. Well, you got a big character in there.
I do,
so
I do.
I'm not going to focus it. So you're looking at 37. I don't think there's no card in the game that's going to reduce that below 30.
Well, I got defense.
Oh, okay, hold on. So defense what? 2?
3.
3? Okay, that takes it to 34.
34.
So
I could take it
if
down.
you had a focus card, you could drop it to 29.
Do you think I might have a focus
I don't
card?
know, do you?
I think.
He drops it to 29.
Earlier.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
He plays focus.
Yeah.
It's costly, but probably worth it. And so he takes 4, 5, 6 casualties instead of 7.
Right.
All right. So 6 horses come off. All right. And
you guys look so good. Okay.
I think we're both going to have a morale check over here, but we'll come back after we do the other combat. Because I don't. Well, you know what? I think we could probably do it right now because I don't think this is not within 8 inches. These are not within 8 inches of these units, so nothing's going to interact over there.
No.
All right. So you want to play fun with? Let's play fun with morale modifiers. So let's look at, first of all, character morale test is kind of unusual. So a character has to take a morale check when he sustains wounds equal to 1/3 of his starting wounds, rounding up. Well, I took 3 out of my 6, so that's half. And then there's another trigger at 2/3, which I haven't reached. So he's got a trigger for hitting 1/3 of his starting wounds. And I don't think he has any other triggers because he caused more casualties than he suffered. And yeah, I think that's it. The only thing I don't know is about outnumbering and monster bases. Do you remember how many?
I don't remember at all.
We'll have to look at that. I'm going to pause real quick. Okay, I looked it up real quick. He is not outnumbered because a beast base counts as 8. He's got the big old 3x5 index card size base. Let's take a look real quick here. He has a morale of 3 and a leadership of... Oh, he has no leadership.
Ooh.
Interesting. So he has a morale of 3. So I would need a 3 or better to pass this check.
Okay.
Which gives me a 20% chance of failure on a 375-point model. So I'm going to say that I will play Grim Determination.
The always and ever-present Grim Determination.
It's useful to have. You never leave home without it.
A low focus number, yet it's pretty much gold in your
Absolute
deck.
gold. So he is good. He's going to stand.
Right.
Now, should we calculate for you, or are you also going to play a Grim? Do you have another Grim determination? Because I think you played one already.
No, but I got to take it back, remember?
Oh, that's true.
So I have one. You know I have one.
You have one.
This is a rare moment when you know what's in my deck without
Right.
taking it from me as a Scorpion player.
Well, as the player who's going to take the test, you have the first chance to play a card.
Yes. So I think we could run through it just like you did, but I think it's pretty clear that they would need a very low.
They would need a lot.
Yeah, they would need quite a bit.
Because they're below 50%. They took more than they... Yeah.
Right,
They'd be at least a -2.
Right.
Probably
His
-3.
His morale, actually, it's a 6, so that's not great. So we're playing Grim Determination.
Okay. So both of them are going to stick around.
Yes.
Very good.
They are hanging out.
Okay. We now have another exciting close combat. The first thing that's going to happen is that because I have Nagabushi, I can perform a high strike during the first close combat phase of an engagement, which means my rear rank can attack as well if I pass a maneuver test. I have a training level of 6, and Qamar has a leadership of 4. So on a 2 or better, I can high strike.
Okay.
Okay? Oh, wait, sorry. What's your leadership? Because you can contest it.
Okay, my leadership's a 4.
Dang! So that cancels it out, and that means I would need a 6 or better to do a high strike.
It's still pretty good odds.
However, but if I fail, I think I become unformed. I'm going to have to think about that one. Hold on.
All right.
My bad.
All right.
It's an uncontested maneuver test. We checked the rule book. So it is a 2 or better.
Don't roll a 1.
A 2. So they do get high strike. All right, now. We have, first of all, Qamar. He has the Ancient Spear of the Naga, which does have fast strike. So he's going to go first. Unless you got somebody with fast strike over there.
Yeah, I don't think I do.
All right. So he charged. So he's +1/+1, making him a total of +4/+5. And you guys are a defense of 7? Okay. So he's going to need 3s to hit you. And I'm going to go ahead and spend... a void to make a +1 to that attack roll. So he'll need 2s to hit you. Because I really don't want him to miss. That +5.
Oh.
All right, there's 3 hits and an ad roll. 4 hits. So that's going to be 20 to the damage dice. So 14, 18, 23 plus 20, 43 from him.
All right.
Now that is a separate attack because it is fast strike, and you have defense, which can only be applied once per combat. Do you want to use your defense now or later? And will it do anything for you? Because I'm at 43. What's your defense?
No. Keep going.
All right, so you're going to lose 4 guys to first strike. But your character will get to fight. There's a character there, right?
That's right.
All right, and then the rest of the unit, so there's going to be 3 damage left over. And then the rest of the unit is 9 guys. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And these guys charged, and they are a +2/+2. Okay. So they need 5s to hit. So you know what? Why don't I go ahead and use my dice tray. We can pretend I have like a separate camera. Here's the dice cam. So 5s to hit. Not a great roll. 3 hits with an ad roll. And another ad roll. And a miss. So 4 hits at +2 damage. And so we're going to have 18 +2, 20. 29 plus the 3 remaining, 32.
32.
Yep, and you have defense.
Reading carefully, it appears I have a defense of 1.
Okay, so that would bring it to 31. I am not going to play a focus card, so you could focus this damage down with a card if you chose to.
That wouldn't help in this case. Yeah.
All right, so that will be so 4.
I'm going to lose the unit, right? Because it's going to be 30 plus 30 31, so that's 3, and then a 4.
Yeah,
So I lost 4, that's 7
guys.
That's the unit. That's the guys.
Yeah.
I'm only left with Shinjo Yasumura.
Okay, ouch.
He
A
is
vicious
only
charge.
one left.
But he will get to strike back. If it's any consolation.
Yeah, we'll have to make it a consolation.
Okay.
The consolation prize is he gets to strike back.
Oh, that was brutal.
That was brutal.
I didn't quite realize that. I guess I rolled pretty well there too.
Well, no, Naga are great in this regard.
They are the only unit that can fast strike in the high strike in the first round of combat, though. That was an errata from the original. The original Naga rules was the whole army could do it, but now only they can in the first round.
All right, so he gets his massive 2 strikes.
2 strikes back. These guys are Bushi. They are 7s.
All right, so he gets a +1 for his
Countercharge, correct.
So he's going to be a +4, and
The bonus is only to the attack roll, so he gets his regular damage
+4
modifier.
+3.
So, all right. So at +4, he'll need 3s to hit.
Yeah. Let's roll it over.
All right. Let's go to the dice cam.
Did I just roll a 1 and a 2?
I believe you did.
I am not thrilled with the Plastic Crack Anonymous.
Very sorry to hear that.
All right. So
he missed.
I'll just invoke the unicorn reroll.
Oh, is that?
That's a joke.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, look at that.
Look at that. Look at that.
100 hits.
If I had actually rolled what I just rolled, it would have been a 4 and a 0,
Yeah.
then rolled a 9. I would have had 3 hits.
It could have been a contender.
Yes. So he's going to die.
Well, he's got a
He's
lot
going to
of...
run because guess who just gave up his grim determination?
Oh, you just used a grim determination. Well,
That's right. I only have 1. I will admit that right up front because this is going downhill very fast.
ouch. Let's see. Suffered 25%. Yes. Suffered 50 -1. Suffered 75 -2. 25% of its current strength and caused fewer wounds -3. Outnumbered 2 to 1 -4. Outnumbered 4 to 1 -5.
Yeah. Well, how many? You're 2 wounds each, right?
Yeah, but we don't count
Oh, we don't
wounds.
count wounds.
It's just
It's
models.
just the models?
And it doesn't get any worse than 4 to 1 anyway.
All right. You got over 12 there anyway, right?
Yeah.
You do. No, you have 12.
10 guys.
You have 10 guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's -5 to your morale check.
All right. So, and he's a 6 because now remember you were saying, and I agreed. Normally, you don't see
Well, it's,
the need for a character morale
Yeah.
in the unit. In this case, is normally not necessary because it would be the unit you're using.
Well, you
There's
still
no more
will.
unit, so
He still counts as the unit until next turn.
if he does, then he's morale 5.
Okay, morale 5
Okay.
at a -5.
Got a -5.
So you need a 10.
That's right.
Correct.
And here we go. We're going
All right,
on
here
to
we
PCA.
go. Let's go to the dice cam.
Dice cam. Dice cam.
Oh my gosh!
It looks like he's hanging around.
passed.
He's hanging around.
Unbelievable! Look at how heroic he is. Ouch! That is not what we thought was going to happen, but it did.
Okay.
Okay, a
Yasumura,
silver
he's a
lining.
hero.
A silver lining to the cloud. So that's the
He
end of
has
the close
his own
combat.
grim determination.
He has his own. So that's the silver lining of the cloud. We've got half of the horsemen over here fell to Radicast, but it looks like he may be facing a flank charge. Shinjo Yasumura left by himself, but he's got some friends there. And I don't know that we're going to have any reserve movement, but we will check. And then if we do, I'll let you know. If not, we'll come back at the top of turn 3. Okay, we are on turn 3, special orders, special actions. We had a lot of stuff going on. Some cards were attached. 2 units were given Biting Steel by the Unicorn Shugenja, of which there are 2, which I keep forgetting. The Naga Shugenja destroyed his Pearl of Movement to move himself 6 inches over this direction. We attach some cards, and Qamar, as always, draws a card as a special action during his turn. And I think that is all the special actions and special orders we had. We will come back after primary movement. Okay, we just had an exciting moment in the movement phase of turn 3, which I thought I'd point out. Mara's unit is charging. They can ignore trees, which because they're Naga, which there's not a lot of cavalry can do that, into the flank of a horse archer column, which had to make a morale check in order to reactionary fire them. This is pretty important because their reactionary fire is probably going to be kind of nasty. Their going to be, but they were needing to then take a morale check on a 5 because they're in a non-standard formations, a -1, and then I lost have faced it, requiring them to need a 7 or better. And guess what the console rolled? Lucky 7. So now the machine guns are going to go off, and we'll see if I have a unit. So unless I'm mistaken, that's going to be 12.
Yeah.
12 shots, and -1 for reactionary fire. And you haven't, so you haven't moved yet.
+1, -1. So.
Yeah, so it's going to be straight 6s. This could be a terrible mistake for me. Terrible.
Okay, let's see what we got here. So we are not looking at any 10s.
Nope, so 6 or better.
I'll pull out all the failures.
Looks like 5 hits.
It looks like more than 5
Ouch.
hits. I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh.
7 because I had 2 hidden.
Oh, I didn't see those down
Two
there.
hidden back in the far corner.
Look at that.
Of,
That's not good. +1 to the damage? Or is it +2 to the damage?
+2.
Oh, this is really bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So +12 to the roll.
And here we go. We've got a 10. So I'll put all that together there. So we're looking at. Oh, let me roll. Let me do my add roll. All right. So we got to set into that. What are we doing here? So we've got 10, 20. Easier to do 29, and then 37, 41, 46, and that's
53?
53
Plus
yeah.
12,
Plus
right?
12, yeah.
So 65.
65, yeah.
Oh, boy. Okay. That's not good. And but don't worry, because I'm sure I have a huge defense of 1, which makes it 64.
Yeah, it's like a cavalry or something.
So we're gonna lose 6 guys, like we're light cavalry.
6 ladies.
6 ladies. Pardon
I'm
me.
hurting the ladies.
That was lizard ladies, even snake ladies. That leaves Mara herself and 1 friend, and then in order to finish the charge, they're going to need to make a morale check. So they lost 25% of the unit. They lost 50% of the unit. They reached 75%. So they're at a -2, and they lost 25% in a phase other than close combat. So they're at a -3. Let me look at my cards real quick. Aha! Let's just grim determination that, shall we?
You only get 3 grim determinations.
You only get 3, that's it. Have I used them all now? I think I have. So they're going to make the charge.
All right.
All right, so now the excitement continues because you have another morale check to take.
That's right.
So you've been hit in the flank. And so here's an interesting question. So yeah, no, they are flanked. So that first of all, if you're in a non-standard formation, you must take a morale check when engaged.
Yeah.
So you are flanked and non-standard, so you're at a -3.
Okay.
And then there's going to be another check for being engaged in the flank,
Okay.
because that's a separate immediate cause.
We're playing Clan War.
Yeah.
So it's time to do morale tests.
So they're at a -3. They're a morale of 6 and a leadership of 2. So they're looking at 7 or better. So 7 for the being in non-standard. They're good. That's their second 7.
7.
But now they got hit in the flank. So
Second
can they
7.
do it a third time?
Do they use 7 for that?
Same thing. Yep. Same modifiers.
Okay.
777.
777.
Can you believe it?
The degenerate gambler in me will also tell you that in slot gaming, there is a game 777.
Wow.
I just won the grand jackpot.
You did.
Buddy.
Unbelievable. Well,
That's right.
well, at least to get to hit them viciously in the side and see how that goes.
You will, because I don't get to strike back. I don't think I get to
No, because you made reactionary fire.
Right.
That's right.
I gave up that option.
Wow. That
And
was
I'm kind of glad I did.
absolutely brutal. Yeah. Okay, we're going to go ahead and finish primary movement. We'll come back.
go.
In a cheeky move, the Shugenja took initiative of 1 versus 1 over here, and I had the Hand of Fate. and has put himself in the way of the scouts to protect the flank of his monstrous friend, who's worth a lot more victory points. And they are charging in, apparently.
You get it.
All right.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun. Gsh. All right, that was exciting.
One's in the right spot over there for combat. That's going to work out really well for you.
I hope so. So that was the ones. Might as well just follow along here in the movement phase. I've got a 2, which are these shooty guys. And now these guys are going to be a -4 to hit. So I'm thinking they're actually going to move this turn because they're really not going to shoot anybody. So I'll move them up 4. And then I have a 5 that's not going to move, and you have 2 5s that can move. So why don't you go ahead and move them? So I'm just going to take my spot and basically move up to the edge of that red die there. So those guys move up 4 to maybe be more useful later. And then you've got your 5s.
I do have some 5s here.
So we're actually filming the movement phase here. There's the Shugenja unit and the Battle Maidens, who really wish they were on the other side of this line.
They really do. Yeah. They really do. It's a shame they don't have like a fire and fleet. I really missed that.
Oh, yeah.
Really messed that up.
Oh, and they're also a 5.
They are 5 too.
Okay, so a lot of movement on your end.
So I could just hold myself up in a piece of terrain and not go anywhere for quite a few turns, or they could just do something like this.
Okay.
Doesn't matter, they're within that movement. Now over here, being skirmishers, they can pretty much go wherever they want. And out of their charge arc, well, I can't go out of their charge arc, but getting a little further away might be a good idea with that. Especially with those guys there. I think putting her over here is really the way to go. They can still get charged, but when you kill him, but no big deal. And these 5 can't do, really, they can't go anywhere. I think the best they could do is from here, or,
wheel.
Right? They're just gonna wheel like that.
Just wheel.
So that's it.
Okay, for me, I have these 7s here, and they're kind of out of position. So, and we don't have in this game a reform like there are in some other games. So I think I'm just going to have them wheel kind of like up behind them like that. And stop right behind them. So they just wheel off of that corner. And then these archers right here, I think they're going to play it safe and stay in the cover there.
Don't you have an objective, though?
Well...
Just playing it safe?
Maybe. Yeah, I guess I do have an objective of trying to get off the table.
Right. You're going to overwhelm me at that.
I should probably try to remember that objective rather than just play the killing game.
Well, I'd let you if you really wanted to.
I mean, if enough guys route off the edge of the board or whatever, then, maybe I don't have to worry about it, but that might be asking too much. All right, so now it would be cavalry movement. I do not have any cavalry movement.
And I really don't either.
And you really don't either.
I'm going to play.
Okay, so then we would go to
Reserve.
Range attacks and close combat, which we haven't gone to yet. These guys don't have any target. These guys could shoot at them. Yeah, I might as well because I need 10s no matter what.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead. I moved. You're in half range, but you're -4, so there's just always 10s. 10s always hit. 1s always fail. So let's just hope for a bunch of dragons. No dragons. So that didn't do anything, but it was worth rolling the dice.
Yep.
Oh. And hold on a second.
He can break a pearl and do 10 damage.
Well, you know what?
He can wipe the unit out and kill himself at the same time.
I don't think he can.
Oh.
Because I'm reading it now. It's not a ranged attack. It's not a ranged attack. It's Kiso.
Okay.
Target an enemy unit, engage with his personality. Destroy special ability. So that's special order, special actions
Yeah.
phase. Special
Yes, it
action
is.
phase.
Yes, it is.
Destroy this pearl and personality. Roll 10 damage dice against the target enemy, applying no modifiers to the dice or the total. So he'd have to survive until next special orders phase in order to use that.
Yes.
So really, he's
Which
just
he could possibly do with
it's
that.
possible.
That's not a very strong unit.
It's possible, but he certainly can't do it this
It's
turn.
not a strong unit.
He's just acting as a speed bump at the moment.
Yeah, they're a speed bump.
So, and you can't shoot because you
Renegades touches them, they're dead.
maybe, yeah. So that's it for
Even
shooting.
from the flank. Yeah, I think that's it.
Close combat.
Well, hold it.
Oh.
She can do it.
Oh, she has her
Hold
spells.
it. Hold
Exactly.
It, hold it. She might not be able to see
No,
anything.
actually, timeout. She already cast Biting
She
Steel.
did. You're right. We're done.
And unlike-
You know, there is a item that she can take that would allow her to
Oh, okay.
cast, that allows a Shugenja to cast twice.
Oh, okay.
Because the first one doesn't count as casting or some odd wording like that. But she could do it, and I've put that in the list like 3 or 4 times and always taken it out.
Oh, okay.
So,
But actually, it might work well for you.
I think
The Naga pearls are
I
cool
need
that
to
way
switch it up.
because you can use each pearl once per turn,
Yeah.
and then the pearls also allow you to take spells. So you could also cast one
the
spell.
Naga are special.
Yeah, they're very
Our Naga Civil War
They're
that's coming
very
up
special.
is going to be frequent and often. Probably.
Okay. Why don't we go ahead and start close combat?
Okay, you have the hand of fate anyway.
I do, but the lowest is the 0 there. Yeah. Well,
I thought you had a 0.
the good news is we're not charging anymore.
Yeah.
But the bad news is everything else. And I don't need to use high strike because we've already got. I'm going to get my rank bonus, so I think I'll just do that.
All right.
Yeah. But you do have Biting Steel this turn, so yeah, it's going to be simultaneous because my Spear of the Naga only gave me fast strike, not and only in the first turn.
Okay.
So it's going to be normal stuff. You want to do yours first? You got 2 strikes with Biting Steel, and my ATN's a 7. So let's go to Dice Cam. What are you needing to hits though? Because you're at Biting Steel's +2/+2 plus your regular stats.
Yeah.
Oh, you're.
It's going to be a +5/+5.
Oh wow. Okay.
Hold on. No. It's going to be +4.
Okay. He
Plus
needs.
4. No. I apologize, everybody. He is Shinjo Yasamura all by himself.
Oh, Yasamura.
He's a +3/+3. Now we add +2/+2. He is a +5/+5.
Which makes it 5. Okay.
Yes.
And that means he needs 3s to hit.
Yes, the unicorn.
3s to hit. You gonna roll over there?
No, we're gonna roll.
Dice
it.
cam.
Dice cam. Dice cam. Here we go.
2 hits.
So, they're gonna be 2 hits.
Okay. And the damage bonus.
+5, so it's a +10.
So +10 to the roll. Yeah.
+10 to the roll here. Okay, so
13 and 10 is 23.
23, yeah.
Yep. And then my defense is 4. So it actually
that's
drops
nice.
drops
That's
it to
nice.
19.
Yeah.
Did you want to focus up? Because you'll only do. These guys have 2 wounds
no,
apiece.
I will not be doing that because
You will not be doing that. All right.
I would. You'll just wink and they'll go back in.
Sorry. So they have 1 wound on them,
Yeah.
and then
All that for 1 wound.
right,
Yeah.
they'll attack back. I've got 2 guys in the front, and I get my rank bonus of 2.
Yep.
So that'll be 4 dice for the regular guys. They are going to be +1/+1. So what's his ATN? His individual ATN?
Oh, his
'Cause
individual.
he is fighting his individual now.
It's going to be an 8.
So they need 7s. Okay, wow. Full house. They all hit.
Okay.
+4 damage. Let's see. 15, 16, and 9 is 25. +4, 29 so far. And then I'll do the character.
Okay.
And the character is Qamar. He's got 3 strikes at +3. And did you say you're a 7?
He's an 8.
He's an 8. So I'm going to spend another void to give him +2 to the attack roll, which will make him a +5. So I need 3s. 3 hits with an ad roll. Whoops. 4 hits. So that's going to be +12 to the... Oh, sorry. Yep, +16 to the damage roll because it's 4 dice. So 16 and 4 is 20, 26, 29, and 7 is 29 and 7 is 36. 36 plus 29 again. 36 and 29 is going to be 75.
Yep.
75. And I think, is he dead? Is that a dead guy?
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay.
He's a dead one.
All right, so that will be a morale trigger for anybody within 8 inches of him. So that'll probably be just them. They'll get an additional -1.
Let's measure over here, because that's awful close.
Okay. Yep. If you feel like it.
Yeah, it could be. 8 inches is right there.
Nah.
Actually, hold on. Nope, nah. You're right.
Just them.
You know your morale distance.
I know my 8 inches.
Qamar is dead.
No further comment. So I'm just gonna put
Unicorn family strife, not strife.
I'm just gonna put a little marker next to them to remind us that we have a -1 for the dead unit there.
Okay.
And then over here, this will be simultaneous because your spears won't be affecting this round with Radicast.
Right.
So why don't you go ahead and take your swings? You got 3 regular dudes and your
2
commander.
Subaru.
Yeah, he's an 8.
Yeah.
Did you want to spend a point of void to give Subaru a +2 to his attack roll?
I would like to, but he doesn't have it anymore.
Oh, he had to spend it to
Right.
make the charge.
That's
I don't think we mentioned that earlier.
Long gone now.
I don't think we mentioned it earlier, but they were just shy of the charge because the Woods Radicast was in, so he spent 3 void to make that extra inch and make it to the charge. Okay.
He took a chance and made a mistake.
So I think it was worth it. Your ATN, he's an ATN of 8, and you guys are, your regular guys you get 3 strikes with.
Yeah.
Are they +1?
Yeah, +1, yeah.
So they need 7s.
All right.
Dice cam,
Nothing they can do to make it any better.
7s for them.
Even cavalry after that first
Oh,
one.
hold on, time out.
Yeah.
You cast Biting Steel on them.
No, it's only the character.
Oh, only the character.
So when I get to the character, that's when I...
Well, guess what? You got 2 hits.
2, and it's an ad roll.
And an ad
so
roll.
We'll keep going.
All right, well, 2's not bad.
Yeah.
So you're going to roll 2 damage dice. Are they +1 damage?
+1.
Okay.
Yeah, so +2 to this roll.
So 7 so far. All right, not great, unfortunately.
No, it's 3, it's 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you're right.
All right, so I'm keeping track over here.
All right, so then I got the 2 from Subaru.
Yep. And he, oh boy, well, he's...
It's a +3, but that doesn't do any good.
He missed.
He missed. He whiffed it.
Wow.
He whiffed it.
So no damage to Radicast.
None. That's right.
All right, Radicast 3 attacks coming back at you. He's just a +1, +2. I'm gonna go ahead and
rolls a 10. Doesn't matter.
I'll spend a void to bring it down to make it a +3 to hit.
Right.
He's got 3, and Qamar also is down to 3. Got to keep track on my army list, or else you'll forget. Some people use chits or little markers to show their void.
Right.
So anyway, he's now going to be a +3 to hit. So
We'll have to roll it over there.
yeah, 3 dice at
Those
+3,
dice count.
and they are 7s. Is that right?
They are a 7, yeah.
So he's going to need 4s.
Dice can rolls or shows what?
Oh, only 1 hit.
Okay.
So no massacre this turn. He does get double damage dice.
Yes, yeah.
And that will be +4 to this.
Okay.
Oh, he did get an ad roll there.
Roll.
Okay, so that was pretty good. 18 and 9, 27 plus 4, 31.
31.
Yeah.
31 is pretty good.
Do you have defense to drop it down?
I do have some defense, but I'm not sure. I got 3. Yeah, a defense of 3.
Your defense will drop it down. I'm going to focus up 5.
Focus up. 5.
Yeah, so that's going to go, I go from 31 down to 28 because of your defense, but I'm going to go back up to 33.
Yes, you are, and you're going to kill 3.
Well, that's what I wanted.
You're going to get what you wanted. You get what you want.
Yay.
You are not like the Rolling Stones. Okay.
So, all right. So, now he's still treated as being part of the unit for this turn.
Right. Yeah.
So that will be for you. You already got hit with a bunch of triggers. So I think the only one that is going to, on the percentages, is going to trigger here is the 75%. I think you reached your 75% threshold right there. 75% is a trigger. 25% of your current strength and caused fewer wounds than received. You gonna grim this, or should I read the rest of it?
He's already down enough.
Outnumbered 2 to 1, outnumbered 4 to 1 because he counts as 8. So you're gonna be at a -3. There it is.
That's not enough. That's too much. I mean,
Too much. All right.
Yeah.
So he's gonna.
-3.
He's sticking in with the. Is that your third grim determination?
I believe it is.
We've had all the grims this game.
Yeah.
All the grims. Nobody's broken yet.
all the grims and other charges.
All right. These are ones here. So it's going to be simultaneous,
Yeah.
and this is probably going to turn out really bad for this guy. The Shugenja has 2 strikes at +1/+1. Believe it or not.
That's actually kind of nice.
Yeah. So you guys are what, 6s or 7s?
6s.
So he's going to
No,
need.
I don't know.
He needs 5s. Oh, he got 1 hit with an ad roll. 2 hits at +2 damage. Let's see, 16, 17, 18.
18, huh?
So he'll probably cause 1 wound.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's going to do.
All right, so 1 guy will drop off.
Okay.
And then coming back at me, you've got 1 dude and 1 leader.
Okay.
Got it?
Well, unlike Warhammer, the leaders don't have extra attacks, so...
Oh, right. Sorry, that's not a character. So
Yeah.
just 2 attacks back.
Yeah.
He's an ATN of 7.
Of 7.
Mhm.
Okay.
What are they?
Well,
are
they're
they?
0/0.
0/0, so you need 7s.
But, didn't they charge them?
They did charge, yes.
So
So
they're gonna be
+1/+1.
Yeah.
So 6s. No.
How about a no?
How about a no? Okay.
2 no's. I got 2 hard no's.
Weird.
Yeah.
So
I don't get guys in the back. No, nothing like that.
they
So-
didn't reach any percentages, but they did take no. There's no trigger for them.
No.
None at all because he didn't cause enough wounds.
Right.
He has a morale check
Yes.
by being outnumbered
Outnumbered.
4 to 1.
Right.
Yeah. He didn't suffer more wounds than received, so he's got a straight up morale check. And his morale is 5,
That's
and he has a
nice.
leadership of 2.
Okay.
So he needs a 3+.
Don't roll a 2 or a 1. A 1 or a 2.
Don't roll a 1 or 2. Now he does have void. So if he has void, he has 3 void. If I spend 1 void, I can make that a 2+. I think it's
Yeah, I
worth
say
it.
don't roll a 1.
I think it's worth it. Yeah, you can say don't roll a 1 now.
How many void you spend on that?
Spending 1
Oh,
because
one
that
void.
gives
That's all
me
you have to do.
that gives me
Okay.
+2 to an attack, damage, maneuver, morale test. So here we go.
Okay, don't roll a 1.
3.
He's
I
good.
did not. I did what you told me.
Speed bump is still
Did
there.
not roll a 1. All right, well, let's let Mara have some fun. Now that she lost almost her entire unit on the charge here.
Yeah, I think it's time to kill some guys.
Your guys did not get to attack back anyway because they did reactionary fire.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so we are cavalry and we charge. So we're a +2/+2 to whatever we're normally. So the regular Akasha Typhoon, she's going to be a +3/+4. Mara's got 2 strikes, and she's going to be, I'm going to use these white dice for her. She's going to be a +4/+5. Oh, this is getting confusing. And I flanked you, which is another +1/+1. I'm on your flank. So, that is, for me, another +1/+1. So let's walk through this again. They're going to be a total +3/+3 for flanking, charging, and cavalry charging. Which means... I'm just going to roll them separately because I'm too confused. So
I
+3/+3 is going to make this a plus. The regular Typhoon is going to be a +4/+5. So she needs a 2, right?
Yeah, that's real low.
All right, so that's a hit. And then she's
5 to
+5 to the damage. So that's 12 so far.
Okay.
So I'm just going to... You can either... You want to mark that down? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I can. I got it.
And Mara is +5/+6. So she needs 2s as well. She rolled a 1. So
Good.
+6. Oh, there's an ad roll. So 15 and 6 is 21. So that's 33.
21 plus 12.
21 plus 12, 33. Yeah.
Right.
So defense.
And it's going to be a defense of 2.
Okay. Oh, it is.
Yeah. Wait, let me double check that because I could have. No, it's a defense of 2.
So 31.
Yeah.
Right, I don't have any cards. So you could focus it down.
Well, I could, but not usefully. So we're going to go ahead and kill 3 of them.
All right, so you kill 3.
Yep.
So that's a morale check for 25%.
I don't even know where they come off on these guys. So
anywhere you want, just 3. So 3 out of 12 is 25%, correct? I'm getting tired.
Oh yeah.
So 25%.
So I got
25% in the turn that you, in the same turn you roll, took more casualties than you received, and you are flanked.
That's got to count for
So you're -1 to all rolls, and you are in a non-standard formation. So you're at a -3 total.
Right. So 6, 7, 8, 9. So I need to roll a 9 or a 10.
No, it can't be that bad. No. Hold on.
Okay. Oh, leadership.
Let's go back. Yeah. Your morale 6.
Yep.
Leadership 2.
Yep.
Brings you to 4 -3, 7. Matchy 7 again. Remember? That's why
Here we go.
We had to roll all those 7s.
Rolling another 7. No.
No. All right. So they do break.
So they are breaking.
Oh, and they had an additional -1 anyway because of that guy dying.
So they needed an 8.
They did need an 8.
Yeah.
So they're going to give them a broken token.
A broken token.
A broken token. And I'm imagining the Battle Maidens are morale 5 or better. Are they?
Yeah, they're really good. So
we'll just double check.
They are a morale of 5.
So they do not have to take a morale check for that unit breaking.
Okay.
And nobody else within 8, I don't think. I don't even want to check the distance here.
Yeah.
To the Shigenja.
That might
Might be
matter.
close. 8 inches.
No, 8.
Okay.
Here.
You're good then. So just they are broken.
Yeah. Which way do they go?
And that would be the end of the close combat phase.
Right.
Don't think we're going to have any reserve movement, so we'll draw cards and come back for turn 4. I got it. Okay, we are in turn 4, the special order special actions phase. And so far we've had Fighting Steel cast and a card is drawn, but now it's time for excitement. The Naga Shigenja has chosen to give his life for the Akasha, and he is now going to destroy his Pearl of Fire and himself and cause a 10 damage dice attack against that enemy unit, applying no modifiers. Is this a good idea? You're just going to charge my guy in the flank and kill him, right?
Well, they'll have to take a morale test if you... And you're going to destroy more than a core.
You know what, though? I'm going to do it just because it's so fun. 3, 6, 9, 10. You know, Radicast can handle himself, right?
I think he can.
Here we go. 10 damage dice. Blowing himself up for the Akasha. All the 10s. All the 10s.
Right.
110. So here's the extra. Oh, that was a pretty bad roll.
Boy.
That was not a good roll. 16, 18, 20, 30, 38, 47. Below average, I'd say.
Well.
Below average. So he dies. Radicast ignores that because he's morale 3, excuse me. But I did kill him. And you lose 4 horsies.
Yes.
Did I say 47?
You said 47, I think.
Oh, you know what? Hold on a minute. Let's make it 51.
51?
I'm going to focus it up with bad karma. 51.
All right. Well, let me go see what I got.
Let's go see what you got.
We're at 51.
51. Why not kill 5? Why kill 4 when you can kill 5?
Then we'll take it down to 49.
Oh! All right, so just 4.
Just 4. We'll see if that makes a difference at all.
So they don't take a check right now. It'll be at the end of the movement phase.
Yes.
Or no, they will take a check at the end of the special order special action phase. That's where we are.
Yeah.
We're in the special order special
phase, they take attacks.
Yeah. Do you have any other special orders, special actions after that exciting self-immolation?
I do have one more, and that'll be biting steel from her onto. Oh no! Hold on. No, she's not doing that. No, I don't.
She's not going to do that. All right, I'm going to play Know the Terrain on these spearmen because there's a hill in front of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's nice when you get to know the terrain.
It is good to know the terrain.
I wouldn't know what that's like in this particular.
No. And now I have another question for you. Do you have any other special or special actions now?
No.
All right. What is the ring of
That never.
What is his water ring? What is his water ring? Yeah, it's never a good question.
I gotta look that up.
What is that guy's water?
3.
His water ring is 3. Oh, mine is 5. Mine is 5. And biting steel only is attack and damage, right?
It's attack and damage, and yeah.
Okay.
The Yari of Air is not going to help him.
Let's make it more exciting. Test of Might. Target an engaged personality you control and an enemy personality in the unit which your personality is engaged. The target personalities enter a duel. This is a challenge that may not be declined. Both personalities...
Like that?
Huh?
Aren't they all like that?
I don't know. Some of them you can decline. Both personalities roll a number of damage dice equal to their water ring, applying no modifiers.
Okay.
Now, you said you don't have any void, right?
He does not.
You
know.
use that. I could give myself an additional die for 2 void in this duel. And I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to have 1 void left. But that'll give me 6 dice. Because I really would be embarrassing to lose this duel now that I initiated it.
Okay.
So, I've got 6 dice.
Versus 3.
6 versus 3. How many wounds does your guy have?
4.
4, okay.
You have a very good chance of killing him.
I would like to see it. Shall we do this simultaneously in the dice cam? What if you roll like 3 10s and I roll 6 1s? Here we go.
That would have been nice, but...
That would have been nice. All right, I got 18,
probably 1 up on me.
34,
18.
38, 45.
45 versus 17, and also it's 45, which means he's a goner.
Oh no! Slain in a duel.
That's right.
Oh, before you move him,
Yes.
because he's killed, anybody within 8 inches will take a morale check. That'll be. So they'll have a minus. They'll have another -1, and they would have a trigger.
Well, there are 5.
Oh, so they're good. Okay.
Yes.
So they'll just have another -1 to their check.
Okay.
Oh my goodness!
So
Radicast
We'll go ahead and check
crushes them. Is that all we have to? I think I'm all out of fancy tricks now.
all right, if you're all out of fancy tricks, then let's go ahead and do that one.
Yep. So they lost 25%. They lost 50%.
Yeah.
25% in a phase other than close combat.
Yeah.
And they're at a -1 for the guy near them
yeah.
dying. So they're at a -3.
Yep. And
So-
there's 7.
Okay, so there's 7, and they've got a leadership of 2, I imagine, with a Chewie.
Yes. Well, no. Hold it. Let me check.
Uh-oh.
It is going to be a leadership of 2. Yes.
So 7...
Chewies are all the same. at
Yeah,
cost.
7 with leadership of 2 brings them to 5, but the
Yeah.
-3 brings them up to an 8 or better.
Yeah.
To
8 or
not
better.
break.
Here we go. 8 or better, not to break. No, they break.
Oh, no!
You've done it.
I've done
you are
it!
playing Clan War properly.
I have done it. I risked my flank, but they are not going to be able to capitalize on it because
Guys,
they will
we
be
got to practice.
they will be busy running away.
Yes, they will be.
It's going to be all up to the Moto Chargers now.
I'm just going to turn them around this way.
It's going to be all up to the Moto Chargers
Yes.
to.
Well,
Or do
you
you-
realize they get yeah, that's going to get ugly on you in just a minute. They're
Uh
gonna
oh,
be
it's
pissed.
going to get ugly on me.
Yeah,
All right, we'll come back
Moto
after
charges can actually be pretty damaging.
primary movement. Okay, well.
Okay.
I can see that they're mad, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, we've got another advanced situation here, which we thought we'd go through in the primary movement phase. The horse archers had to perform a full retreat because they were broken, and they had to go this way. So they moved through the battle maidens. You could, if you want, make an argument that they're supposed to snake that way because the front of the column, but it just made sense to us to just move them back. If anybody has strong feelings about that being wrong, let us know in the comments. However, that triggered a maneuver test for the battle maidens who could have become unformed at a -2 for being friendly to the unit that burst through them. However, they had in hand parade ground practice, so they immediately passed the check, no problem. Battle maidens they're just tough like that. So, but because they made a full retreat, they have to take an immediate morale check or become routed, which means they'll be basically out of the game. They're a -2 to all rolls because they are broken. They're a -1 for being in a non-standard formation, which is going to put them back to that magical 7.
Yes, because of their leadership too. And it's a 1.
No, they are broken.
Broken, they're gone.
Yeah, they are gone. Now, interestingly, that will trigger a check for anyone with an 8 inches that's not morale 5 or less. I think that'll be the Shugenja.
That will be the Shugenja, yeah.
So we'll put a marker down that at the end of the primary movement phase, she will take a morale check. All right, so we're getting toward the end of the cavalry movement phase. The primary movement phase, we had a charge here with some reactionary fire that killed a dude. The other scouts unit broke off of the table. The horse archers are breaking off the table.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. They're all gone.
There was a past morale check here by the Shugenja, and also there was a charge into the flank here of the Battle Maidens. Battle Maidens charged Mara. Qamar's unit charged the Battle Maidens in the flank, but they passed the check.
Just real quick, remember when I was talking earlier about not pulling these guys off early?
Yeah.
If I had pulled them off earlier, because of the sequence of events, we shouldn't do that, because if I had pulled them off earlier, these guys could come on here.
Oh, okay.
And they'd have been, you'd have charged there, then they would have charged.
Oh, yeah. So we waited to pull them off until...
The sequence of events is very important.
Yes, okay. So we waited to pull them off until it was appropriate to do so. Yeah. The dogs can actually move in the cavalry movement phase, as can your Shugenja, if you'd like to do that.
That may be happening, yes.
Yeah.
You just have to get back over there.
And then Radicast was charged by the Moto Chargers.
Okay.
For some reason, we played Know the Terrain on these guys, even though they didn't get to the hill, so that was kind of a waste.
All right, so these guys are going to have to, they're too far away, so they can just do it. Ooh, I don't like that. Don't like that at all. Here we go. I need a movement trait for these guys.
All right, so the War Dog's just going to move over toward the toward the melee.
Yep, actually, I'm moving back an inch. You just be okay. And over here, she needs to be somewhere else.
What is she thinking about doing? Come closer.
I don't think they can. She can see them now, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
We'll look up what hills. I forget if hills block line of sight.
Well,
she can see them from the edge.
She can see. From
Yeah. She can see from the edge. Yep, you're right. Okay, well,
a little too close for comfort.
These guys reactionary fired, so they can't shoot.
Right.
These guys, I don't think have a target,
No.
because they're more than 2 inches from the edge of the woods, and they can't shoot anybody here. So I think the only firing we might have is right there.
It's time for some Fury of a Son of War.
Uh-oh.
This is when you go, oh my gosh, it's terrible, and then, well, not so much, because she's only rolling 3 attack dice.
Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. Her fire is a 3.
Okay.
Fire ring is a 3, so she's going to just roll 3 +1/+1.
Isn't there like a destroy the scroll version where you can roll more dice?
There is. I did not take that one.
Oh, sorry, that's a different.
Yeah.
That fires from within or something.
Yeah, and
Okay.
that would have been 6 dice in that case, I think.
Oh, double your fire.
Yeah.
All right, so 3 dice from her.
Yeah.
We are the Naga Spearmen are 7s.
Ooh, nice.
So
she's a +1.
She moved. She's
Yeah.
over half. Is it a 12/24?
No, it's 30 inches flat.
So 15. I think it's still over 15 unless you want to measure
Yeah.
it.
By the way, it doesn't actually cut those. It doesn't give anything but a range of just 30 inches. I've never realized that till now.
We'll have to
talk
look at
about
that
later. We'll call it a -1 for over half.
So that's going to be minus 3, which makes me 10, and you're +1, so 9s.
Nope. Okay.
All right. So missed with the
See,
magic.
3 10s. I was going for 3 10s.
That's all the shooting.
You know, there's a high probability.
All right.
Not happening.
We can go right into close combat, I think. Your Moto Chargers are here. Does anybody have fast strike over there in this one?
Yeah, no, I don't believe so.
Okay. By the way, I don't think it matters, but since there's 2 units with 3 here, and you have the hand, you could choose to start at that combat if you want. I don't think it really matters.
No, it doesn't matter. We'll go over
we'll
there.
do here. Okay.
Yeah.
So it looks like we got 3. We got 2 regular guys, and the leader are able to attack me. You might have been able to finagle that a little to get 1 more guy if you'd like just moved over on the edge a little more.
They get a +2/+2 for charging, by the way. So
There you go.
I don't know if you want that.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I'm going to be fair to you.
I appreciate
With
that.
the amount of movement that you had to flank, you could have arranged it. So you're going to have 3 regular folks and your
Aiuchi
Ayuchi.
Dayu.
Doesn't he like turn to evil or something?
Eventually.
It's Dayu? Yeah.
I think
okay.
eventually he does, yeah. All right, so I've got 1 strike from him and 3 from the regular guys.
All right. I'm an 8.
Okay. So you're an 8. They are normally a +1/+2. They are now a +3/+4.
Okay. So they'll need 5s.
And they ignore all morale tests. So, till the end of the turn.
Nice. Okay.
So
they need 5s to hit?
Yes.
The regular
5s
dudes.
here. These are the regulars.
Looks like 3 hits.
Yes, 3 hits.
That's +12 damage, right?
Yes, +12 damage here. And we
there's
have
an ad roll.
So that's
So you get it.
19, 24, and 28.
+12 is 40.
Yes.
Yep.
40.
Plus,
Plus,
okay.
Aiuchi hasn't done his
Ayuchi
thing.
hasn't done his yet. So we're looking at
Let me
40.
read his stats because I don't want to make sure I'm not cheating.
Okay. 40 so far.
Aiuchi's is the +1 and a 0.
Yeah, he's a Shigenja.
Oh, I didn't count the cavalry charging, so he does count for that. So he's going to be +2 plus a +2.
+2/+2. Okay.
No, +2/+1. He's a 0.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a +2 to his. Okay.
It's a hit.
He hits.
Yeah.
And now this will be a +1 to the roll. So it's just
3.
adding 3 to
So we're at 43.
43.
Okay. Actually, this is a problem for me. Defense 2 brings it to 41.
Did
And
you pull cards? I did not pull any cards. Can I pull a card?
I did,
I
yeah.
only get to pull 1 card now.
I think I used them all.
All right.
So this is a problem for me, I think, because he's only got 3 wounds left.
Yeah.
And I'm out of cards. Maybe I didn't pull cards.
You didn't pull cards. Pull your cards. You get to pull more cards than me.
How do we not pull cards? That's funny. 41, it's not going to matter because you're going to kill him.
Okay.
And it's going to be simultaneous, so I get to swing back. But
Right.
Oh, he has Stalwart Defender
What does that get you?
for whatever that's worth.
Find out. It might be worth something. I don't remember that.
Yeah, that one doesn't come up too
Looks like
often.
Gandalf. I have no memory of this.
He gets a +1 attack for close combat until the end of the turn
Okay.
when he's engaged.
Okay.
Okay, so he's gonna die. So I can't stop him dying. He's only got 3 wounds left, and you did 4.
Yeah.
I could drop it down to 3, but he'll still be dead.
Yes. That's right.
So
You need like a defense.
I'll spend his last void to give him a +2 to hit,
Okay.
and he's got a +1 for Stalwart Defender, so he's going to be a total of
Plus he countercharged.
+4, and he countercharged +5.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's try to do some damage on our way out. What are they? ATNs? 7s?
They're 6s.
Oh, 6s.
Yes. They're light armor.
All right, 2s to hit. Okay, they all hit.
Yeah.
No 10s, but 6 damage dice at +2 damage. So it's +12 to this roll.
So 12 plus.
Oh, not so great. So there's 8, so that's 20 with the 12. 29, 36, 39.
39.
39.
Looks like I'm going to be losing 3 guys.
And
gonna try to bump it up?
39.
You bumping it up?
I will bump it up with a 2 to make it a 41.
You're going to make me use my 1 card.
Maybe.
Because I've got a 3, and that's not the one I want to give up. But I'm going to do it because I don't want to lose 3 guys. I don't care, but I should. What's that? What are you doing now?
Yeah, nothing. I got nothing.
Okay.
I had something, but it doesn't work.
Oh, I thought you.
I was thinking about it, but
you go
I
back.
spent his last void. All right, so you're going to lose 3.
I know I'm losing 2.
Oh.
Did you?
Hold on.
It's 3.
Okay, we looked again. We watched the video, and it was 3.
It was 3.
So Radicast is dead, though.
I am not. Memory bad.
Now, this is actually going to be a problem for me. All of a sudden.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to make
hope
some
so.
morale checks.
Yes.
8
I
inches.
don't, surprisingly.
And you don't because you ignore morale for the turn, right?
turn, yeah.
Like Berserkers.
Yeah.
Just like Berserkers. Whoa, there's a close-up of a tape measure for you. So they are within... Are they within 8? They are within 8, and they are within 8. So these guys are both going to have a check at the end of the close combat phase.
Yes.
Okay, and then he's going to be removed. Oh, dead
Nice,
Snake
big,
Man.
beautiful model.
He did a lot of work, but he ultimately fell to the unicorn cavalry. All right.
Disappointed Dragon's going to have to make an appearance this year.
Over here.
Yeah.
Do the Battle Maidens have first strike? Because it looks like they have spears on
I
them.
believe they do. They have.
Because my cavalry also has first strike.
Okay. So. Actually,
I forgot that Mara had Go Master too, which is when she
they
attacks.
just have Yari, not Yumi Yari.
No, that Yari is just is a spear. So in the does it say the
It
unit?
does not.
Yari. It should say ability fast strike during close combat if they have it.
No, they do not.
It does not. Okay. So then these.
That's why you take a character that gives it to them.
Right. All right. So Qamar and this unit are actually going to strike first.
They're a dead group of battle
That
maidens.
might be bad. That might be bad.
I think it could be
Qamar.
very bad, but
Qamar's got 3 strikes. He charged and is flanking, so he's going to be +5, +6. And you guys are ATN 8. So I need 3s. I will spend that another void, which brings him to 2, to give him a +2 to the attack roll. So now he's going to need. He's going to be +7, so he needs 2s.
yeah.
And +5 did the damage roll. So 2s to hit. Oh, we got an ad roll. 4 hits, so adding 20. 12, 17, 6, 18, and 20, 38 from him.
All right.
And then it's gonna go together with this, I think. So, okay, so then the
Yeah, they all strike first.
the regular
Kill 'em all.
the regular Akasha's Typhoon is gonna get +1, +2, so she needs a 7. Missed. And then Mara is +2, +3. I'll have her spend a void, so she's going to be +4. She needs 4s. She got 1 hit at +3 damage. So 7. So it's going to be a total of 45 with first strike.
45. All right.
Yeah.
So that's 4 dead. So I could be a dick and do it that way. Or actually do this. So there you go.
Whichever way you want to do it. It's fine
Well,
with me.
That's fine. You did not kill them all. I'm very
No.
disappointed in you.
Oh,
Your
I'm
Naga
sorry.
are really, really kind of slacking here.
I'm very sorry. You do get 2 attacks back, which I'll be excited to tell you is at a -1 because you're flanked.
Yeah.
But you did charge, so that's gonna
+1.
it'll cash out that +1, but you still get your charging cavalry,
Yeah.
so you'll be a +2.
So normally a +1.
Yeah,
So a +1, +2.
yeah.
So then you have all the adds.
I think they're +1, +4.
Yeah.
If I'm doing this
then
right.
it'll be- if they're
Oh.
attacking them, it's going to be a +2.
Correct. So let's start from the beginning. They're normally a +1.
Right. Oh, there's the minus. We got to add.
There's just the minus, yeah. So there's normally a +1,
Two.
+2. They're going to get +2, +2 for all their bonuses, which makes them +3, +4.
Right.
There's a -1 to hit, or the -1 to all rolls, actually.
Right. So it's a -1,
So it's-
-1. So that's going to be a minus. So there'll be a 3.
+2, +3.
Yeah. 2 and a 3.
Yeah, and then where are they attacking? Into her?
Oh yeah.
6s, so 4s to hit there. 1 with an ad roll. 2 hits.
2 hits.
At +6 damage. So 7 and 6, 13.
Yeah. 13.
And my massive defense of 1 brings it to 12.
Okay.
And did you want to do anything about that?
Nope.
All right, so I lose that last lady there. So she's going to die, but then the rest of the unit gets to attack, and I will do a high strike check on a 2+, which they pass. So it looks like I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. And they charge, so they are going to be, and they're flanking. So these guys are going to be +3, +3, meaning 5s to hit you.
Yep.
I got 2 hits. And this is going to be plus 6 damage. 15, 6, 21.
21?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, no defense.
No
so
defense.
They just go away. Yep, that's the weakness of the Battle Maidens. At 36 points, they have no defense.
Wouch. And I think that's going to cause checks for both these units or just the dogs? I don't know.
No, it looks like both.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see.
Definitely this one. And, well, wait a minute. It's the dying. No, not the dogs.
From where the horse unit was.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
there.
Yeah.
Well, if it's there, then that's where it's going to be. We got to make it up. We got to pretend.
Yeah, we got to pretend they were still there.
And then, of course, here. Yeah,
all right. So we both have 2 morale checks to make. I don't have any fancy cards. And then you've got 2 checks there.
Yeah, so we'll start with her.
Yeah.
And that's probably not good because she's a 6 battle. I don't even think she has battle.
Or leadership? Let's check.
Leadership.
Yeah, so
I'm at leadership.
what's their morale?
Sorry, I'm at leadership. Morale's a 6.
Leadership.
So the leadership is, how about hold it, a big fat 0.
So she's broken.
Yes.
And then the dogs. So what's their leadership? Well, you got it in your hand. Why don't you go ahead and look.
Yeah, you're right.
Before we forget.
You gotta get the dogs.
So
Get
she
the
broke.
dogs. So their morale's a 5. No, the morale's a 5. The dogs are a 5.
So they're good.
The dogs are a 5 hanging out, but they're not hanging out.
All right, let's put some markers down.
That. They are going away. Well, yellow would be better.
Yeah.
So they are not broken yet. I only need 1. You
Oh.
need a few.
I need 3.
Yeah.
And 3. Okay, so
Doesn't
that was
happen often,
really
but it
crazy.
does.
Yeah, so that was crazy cascading morale. They had to take a check, and they both failed. That caused a check over here, which they failed. A whole bunch of bad rolls. The Shugenja is also running away now. So we'll take a look at the board, see what we want to do, and come back. Okay, we've talked it through, and although there was really a crazy swing against the Naga in that last turn, we don't think it's really enough to overcome the situation. The Unicorn, in order to get a decisive victory under the scenario conditions, is they need to score half of my VPs and kill my named characters. They killed 1 named character, and they've got 7 VPs so far. They needed 18. So we don't think that's going to happen, that they get that would be a decisive victory. My guys, I need to get 5 VPs off the table. Let's assume the dogs kill her, and I move them away. You're going to say about the Shugenja that she's broken.
She's broken. They're going to go this way, and this
Right.
is within 9 inches. So.
Yeah, they'll probably be able to. I mean, the terrain will actually help me here. But theoretically, they could charge it to hunt down at least 1 breaking unit.
Yeah.
These other guys will at least get a chance to come back. Whether they do or not might probably be irrelevant because.
Even if I hunt that down.
Yeah, that's going to be 2 more.
That's not enough.
That'll be 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
So assuming
This is what saves you.
Yeah, that'll save me. So even assuming she dies, they probably either win the fight or just get off the table, and that'll give me
And you have
more
we
than
have
5
4
VPs.
turns left. That's what it's the 4 turns and the fact you have 11 points, victory points in here.
Right.
Stacking it up in here is a good idea.
Yeah.
In that sense.
So probably then, based on the scenario win conditions, it's going to end up being a decisive Naga victory, although pretty heavy damage taken. And if these guys, if we played another 4 turns, it could go either way. They all 3 of these units could end up going off the
assume
board.
they're all gone.
Yeah, that's 6.
That's only 6.
That gives you 13.
Right. That's not enough. So you still win a decisive victory because this unit will make it off the table.
Yeah.
Because
So,
even if I could turn the Moto Chargers around,
right,
I couldn't get to you fast enough.
right,
Because of this right here.
right. Yeah, the terrain slowing you down.
Right.
So good game, Consul. Thank you so
thank
much. Always a pleasure, and
Good
we're
game,
happy to be playing with all these nicely painted figures, and still playing Clan War 20 plus years later.
Good looking snakes.
Thank you, and of course the Unicorn are fantastic. We'll see them again for another battle report, I hope.
Oh yeah.
All right, see you next time.